for a breakdown of Heritage Hills.
Power and speed. These are the things that make John Goldsberry an almost unstoppable force in the Patriot backfield.
We've got other good backs, so we're going to spread the ball around, but certainly, you know, if John shows that he's the quality back that he's supposed to be, then he's going to get the ball a lot.
We got great skilled positions, so I think we're not going to be as big as we have been, but our speed's going to make up for it. We got a lot of speed and quickness.
Past Pocket Athletic Conference championships are just that, in the past. For Heritage Hills to return to glory, a chunk of the burden has to be taken off Goldsberry's broad shoulders.
We've got we feel like a good quarterback, and we can have a passing attack this year.
The linemen will be a big part of it. They're the ones who get everything going for us. They provide the holes for John and the other backs to run through, provide time for Cutler to throw, and allow us to get out in our route so we can catch the ball.
With Simon and Jeff McAllister, Jay Cutler out there with the passing game, it's going to open up the backfield for me and Bart and Pat Munier and Eric Kress.
The thinking is positive, but it's not all sunshine and roses for the Patriots. A strong defensive secondary returns to thwart the pass and provide support, but the line and its backers lack experience.
It's pretty well going to be a dogfight this year. We're going to work for it, see what we can do.
Heritage Hills opens the season with a home game against Boonville. With the Patriots, Mark Tellerito, News 25.
Thanks.
AC is beyond difficult, and Heritage Hills expects nothing less.
It's pretty well going to be a dogfight this year. We're going to work for it, see what we can do.
Our line's starting to pick up a little better. We got great skilled positions, so I think we're not going to be as big as we have been, but our speed's going to make up for it.
With the addition of a solid aerial attack, the Purdue-bound Goldsberry should feel less pressure as the #1 ground gainer.
We've got we feel like a good quarterback, and we can have a passing attack this year. And we've got other good backs, so we're going to spread the ball around, but certainly, you know, if John shows that he's the quality back that he's supposed to be, then he's going to get the ball a lot.
The linemen will be a big part of it. They're the ones who get everything going for us. They provide the holes for John and the other backs to run through, provide time for Cutler to throw.
A strong secondary returns on defense, so opponents beware.
How about it? Might fall under that category, and he's the first member of this season's Touchdown 99 first team. At 6'3", 215 pounds, Heritage Hills running back John Goldsberry stands out in a crowd.
You know, he's a big, strong young man, and he's got tremendous speed, got great speed, tremendous acceleration, and this year he's a lot mentally tougher.
Goldsberry carried the football 9 times for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns, and leading the Patriots to a big win over Boonville.
I've got my goal set to 1,200 to 1,500 yards and 30 touchdowns this year, so I'm just going to keep working as hard as I can throughout practices.
Goldsberry follows some great athletes at Heritage Hills, like Jade Winchell, now starring at Ball State, and of course Ken Dilger, a star tight end with the Colts.
On the high school level, I think he definitely compares with those two guys. Of course, now they've gone on and proven themselves on another level, so we're hoping John can do that as well.
Goldsberry, who will play his college football at Purdue, is already drawing comparisons to former Boilermaker star Mike Allstott.
I just get out there and run the ball as hard as I can. I just play the game, you know. Just take what the other team gives me and go with it. I just go out there and try to go 100% every play.
Goldsberry isn't only making tremendous strides as a ball carrier, but as an individual as well.
John is a tremendous student. John's a 3.5 student, and, you know, once again was recruited by Notre Dame, Vanderbilt, Stanford, all the academic schools.
John Goldsberry, a young man with a bright future, and the first member of the Touchdown 99 first team. Congratulations. Goldsberry's Heritage Hills Patriots will host Tell City Friday night, one of the many games we'll be covering on Touchdown 99.
Tell City, but that quarterback for Heritage Hills is pretty quality too. Jay Cutler turns around the right, or I'm sorry, that's the left corner. He squeaks into the end zone. Philip Johnson trying to come back for Tell City. He completes the pass right here, but Tell City, no match for Heritage Hills on this day. They fall, and they fall in a big way. Final score is 33-7. 20-14. But once again, the big story.
Goldsberry on the ground, mixed with accurate passing of Jay Cutler.
We're trying to be more balanced. You know, Jay gives us an extra advantage there with our passing game that we haven't had for quite a while.
I'm just going to come out and run the ball 100% every play and take what they can give me.
Meanwhile, the Pats deep
running game going for them, and then they got Steckler as their main receivers, and Minky, he always likes to scramble and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough game.
When you break down both teams, it's hard to find an advantage either side for Heritage Hills or Southridge. But one thing the Patriots definitely have on their side tomorrow night is the jungle. This place will be rocking come 24 hours from now.
Running out on the field with the team is just great. Their stands are packed. Everybody's standing along the sidelines. Everybody's screaming, yelling. The community just really likes the game, and they're always out for it, and it's real fun to play in front of the crowd.
So how are the Raiders preparing for the Patriots? Well, Home Team Friday's Mark Pellerito tells us Southridge's chances of knocking off Heritage Hills 2 straight years.
It's okay to use the 98 overtime drama as motivation, but last year is just that, last year, and the Southridge Raiders refuse to look back.
Second half was a great football game. Both teams played pretty well, so hopefully they can play like we did in the second half last year. But as far as focusing on last year, that was a long time ago.
We take it as a whole new, fresh thing now. We're going to come out tomorrow night ready to play, and I'm sure they are too, but it's going to be a good game all around.
The goals are the same, but the team is a little different. This go-around, the black shirts step on the field not expecting to play Heritage Hills tough, but rather to win again.
We're not going about this game any more than we will next week or the following week, but the kids probably know it's a little bigger.
The key for Southridge defensively, contain John Goldsberry and let the secondary support if the Patriots go airborne.
He's one of the hardest runners we'll ever face, so, I mean, you just got to make sure you hit him hard, gang tackle him and stuff.
Offensively, the triple threat of Corey Mankey, Craig Harbison, and Jeremiah Treadway will carry the load on the ground, something they've done well up to this point. This matchup has huge PAC championship implications, but do or die, it is not. More than anything, this game is about pride, and sometimes playing for pride is the greatest motivator of all. In Huntingburg, Mark Pellerito, News 25.
Tonight, the game was on the Patriots' home turf in Lincoln City, where they are extra tough. They know how to run their plays to perfection. Look at him set up the screen there to John Goldsberry, and the future Purdue Boilermaker sheds one tackler, and then he is all alone for the touchdown. Patriots would lead 21-0 at the half of this one. Check out this play. Heritage Hills will take to the air, but the pass is tipped once, and then tipped again, and then finally picked off by Ben Steckler of Southridge, but the Raiders couldn't capitalize on it. More Heritage Hills, more Goldsberry. He gets to the corner here. This is a 94-yard touchdown run. He had 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Patriots ramble to a big win tonight, 31-0. They'll face North Posey next week in a pocket conference showdown. In Kentucky.
Last Friday, nominations certainly go out to Apollo's Ryan Jackson, Memorial's Matt Hartman, and others. But this week's MVP earns the honor because he helped Heritage Hills knock off previously unbeaten and 6th-ranked Southridge. News 25's Mark Pellerito talks with John Goldsberry.
Well, Lance, this week the Home Team Friday Most Valuable Player honors go to someone from Lincoln City. John Goldsberry with 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. Obviously a good choice for the Home Team Friday MVP. Congratulations on the honor, and I was told that the Indianapolis Colts also selected you as their MVP of the week, so I guess you're getting honors all over the place this week.
Yeah, we came out Friday night, and the line just exploded off the ball. The holes were there. Bart Yoakum and Eric Crest did a great job blocking. You know, that 94-yard touchdown run I had, they were the main part of that. Eric had a great kick-out block, and Bart held up Ben Steckler, so they all did a great job blocking, and the holes were just there, and I just ran the ball hard.
When you get the ball in your hands, what is the first thing you think about? What's the first thing you look at?
Go for the zone. That's what I want to do, you know. You don't want to try to score a touchdown every play. You just want to try to get yardage, but if the holes are there, I'm just going for the end zone.
And obviously the personal accolades are great, but what matters most is you guys got a big victory in the PAC last week.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Southridge coming in, they defeated us last year. 3-0 team up against another 3-0 team. They were ranked 6th. We were ranked 3rd in the state. It was definitely a big Friday night, and we just stepped it up and brought the win home.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good job. Of course, Goldsberry gets another tough test this week as they go to North Posey for a showdown with the Vikings.
Thanks a lot, Mark. And Mark is not that small. John is just that big, that's for sure. Well, we'll have a complete look at Goldsberry's effort tonight on News 25 at 9.
Welcome to Home Team Friday live from the jungle. We are going to have one heck of a show. Every single time we come to Heritage Hills, we have a great time. Of course, we've touted their game with Southridge as one of the biggest matchups, perhaps out of the SIAC. Would it live to its billing? Let's check out the highlights. Of course, Heritage Hills trying to avenge its only loss of the regular season last year to Southridge in overtime. Could the Patriots do it? The jungle is filled to capacity for these two PAC powers. No surprise on who will get the ball for the Patriots. Boilermaker-bound John Goldsberry shows why he's Big Ten material as he carries Raiders 18 yards down to the 30. From there, quarterback Jay Cutler executes a perfect screen pass to Goldsberry for a 34-yard touchdown, and just like that, it's 7-0 Patriots. The Heritage Hills bulldozer that is John Goldsberry continues to run over Raiders. Number 44 continues to pick up valuable real estate right in front of the camera. On 3rd down and 3, Goldsberry makes 6. Raiders miss him and picks up a key first down. From there, Mr. Everything scores a touchdown, and it's 14-0. It's definitely time for a cold towel. Southridge tries to come back, but Jay Cutler picks off the pass at the goal line. Then the big blow comes when Goldsberry sprints down the right sideline, 94 yards for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And it comes with only 20 seconds left in the half. Yeah, baby, yeah! The second half is dominated by the defense. Eric Kress puts on the big stick. The lone second half highlight comes when Cutler finds Timmett for the bomb, and the D preserves the shutout, and a 31-0 whitewashing. Heritage Hills is a winner. And Heritage Hills a big winner tonight. Kind of a surprise. 31-0, and these folks are definitely fired up about that. No doubt about it. And there are a lot of fans here for sure. This jungle was absolutely packed. And, of course, the big-time star of this game, as you saw, John Goldsberry. I've never seen so many players attached to someone's legs, and you kept dragging him. Just talk about the first half performance, 190 yards in one half.
I'll tell you what, the line came in here tonight, the offensive line, with a big disadvantage, and that was their size, but they stepped it up tonight, and the holes were there. Us backs, we just ran the ball hard and came out good for us.
You like hitting people. You almost seem to go after a DB when they're out there by themselves.
I just want to go out there and run the ball as hard as I can. If they get in my way, then that's their own fault.
And they get bulldozed, that is for sure. Thanks a lot, John. We'll be seeing him a lot more this year, and, of course, Purdue next year. Well, how about the city schools? Let's go. First, we'll get the statistics over with. 205 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, all in about half a game. With those numbers, Heritage Hills running back John Goldsberry gets the nod for this week's MVP.
The line just exploded off the ball. The holes were there. Bart Yoke and Eric Kress did a great job blocking. You know, the holes were just there, and I just ran the ball hard.
The Home Team Friday Most Valuable Player Awards just not going to be quite enough for Goldsberry this week. The Indianapolis Colts also select one High School Player of the Week. Their selection, John Goldsberry.
To say the least, he's a quality running back. Yeah, he does a very good job for us. He catches the ball well. Some people, you know, some things people don't see is he blocks so well for us and for his teammates.
I want to have a great senior year. It's the last time I'm going to play a lot of these teams, and I just want to walk off the field on a Friday night after a win and just thinking they're going to remember me about what I've done tonight.
This year's Patriot is next year's Boilermaker. And while the entire school is thrilled about Goldsberry's future, his presence is of greatest concern.
It's a great feeling for us and for the entire school. We're all really proud of John. You know, John's worked hard for what he's accomplished. I mean, John gets all the credit for that. There's no doubt about that. Of course, like anything else, though, our main interest is what is he doing for us right now.
Go for the zone. That's what I want to do, you know. You don't want to try to score a touchdown every play. You just want to try to get yardage, but if the holes are there, I'm just going for the end zone.
Topping our honorable
play tonight for first place. Mark McVicker is in Poseyville with details on our primetime clash tonight between the Vikings and Patriots. Mark?
Rich, I feel very comfortable here with the touchdown twins. Maybe I can get something from these guys. John Goldsberry, Eric Kress of Heritage Hills. They were the story tonight. Awesome performance. They knock out North Posey 65-14. Let's look at the highlights and show you how they did it, because They were genuinely coming at you, although early on it was North Posey that came at Heritage Hills. First drive of the game. That's Corey Mock. He's the second leading scorer. And look as he comes right at you. Sets up this touchdown coming up as Mock takes it off the left side, and he'll come at you again. Not only does he come at you, he comes through you. And it's North Posey up 6-0, and the fans are all fired up. But then, after an Eric Kress touchdown, John Goldsberry went to work. In the first half, 5 carries, 126 yards, and that 1 touchdown. Bob Clayton says, hey, let's try that again. Yes, it's Goldsberry off the right side. Breaks 2 tackles, showing the speed and the power. This one's a 50-yard touchdown, and it is all of a sudden 22-6, and the Patriot fans love it. But then Lance Beaker finds Nathan Esche, 22-14 after the 2-point conversion. A ball game right? Not quite. It's Goldsberry again off the right side, and this will give Heritage Hills a 3-touchdown lead, and then we'll get a chance to see Eric Kress punch one in. 43-16 at the break, 65-14's the final. Heritage Hills the win. And let's bring in John Goldsberry. He's going to Purdue next year. Kind of a day at the office. 9 carries, 156 yards, right?
I'll tell you what, the line came out, exploded off the ball. Bart Yoakum did a great job blocking. Eric Kress did a great job blocking on the kick-out blocks on that sweep I scored on. Our offense just exploded again like we have been in the past, and we're doing a great job, and we need to keep it up in the next couple weeks.
All right, 3 touchdowns, but you got outdone tonight, big guy.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Eric Kress. He gets all the pub, deservedly so, but you going to get a little ink now?
Yeah, I'm with John. The line just exploded off the ball. Bart Yoakum, John, everybody blocks for each other. I just run the ball as best as I can.
I feel like scoring 6 being around these guys. They did it tonight. All Heritage Hills. They're 5-0 with a bullet. Rich?
Okay, Mark, thanks very much. The Wright Panthers.
The first time ever, our Home Team Friday mascot is Oscar the dog. How you doing, Oscar?
I'm doing pretty good, Lance. I know I'm not a big dog, but I love Home Team Friday.
That's great. Way to go, Oscar. Hey, we're going to have a lot of fun right here in Poseyville on Home Team Friday.
We're the North Posey Vikings, and we're the Heritage Hills Patriots. Home Team Friday's next.
Hey, stay tuned. Home Team Friday's next.
For Home Team Friday MVP John Goldsberry. We'll have to wait and see if North Posey can do it. Home Team Friday is next, live from Poseyville.
From Poseyville, I'm Oscar the dog, and you're watching Home Team Friday. Take it away, Lance.
All right, thanks a lot, Oscar. Our first ever Home Team Friday mascot. We're among the North Posey cheerleaders, a couple big Heritage Hills fans. A big game tonight. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. There's a rumor, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they're wanting to paint my face, wanting to paint Eric Berg's. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, North Posey has their hands full tonight, no doubt about it, as they take on the unbeaten Heritage Hills Patriots. That was a bark, but the Vikings are 4-0 and are definitely no pushovers, especially in the PAC. It's a packed house at Poseyville for the showcase of 2 Home Team Friday MVPs. For North Posey, Corey Mock has been a tackle-breaking, touchdown-making machine. In the opening series, he shows his moves. Mock caps off an impressive drive with another play of the night entry. The extra point is no good, 6-0 Vikings. The Patriots' John Goldsberry likes the spotlight also. Counts the Vikings he drags for a 12-yard gain. From there, Joe Kress takes it outside and turns on the speed for a 38-yard touchdown. The Patriots have the lead 7-6. The Heritage Hills bulldozer is just getting started. Goldsberry rips and barrels his way through for a 31-yard score, 15-6, red, white, and blue. Goldsberry continues to dominate. This touchdown run makes it 22-6. The Vikings don't roll over. Instead, they go to the air. Lance Beaker finds a wide-open Nathan Esche, and it's 22-14 Patriots. You know what we haven't seen in a while? A John Goldsberry touchdown. This time it's 52-yard sprint down the right sideline, and at the half, Heritage Hills is pulling away 43-14. And you know there's no need for second half highlights because the final was 65-14. It was all Heritage Hills, all John Goldsberry. So we didn't have John, so we brought his little sister around. It's little Goldsberry. And did you teach him some of those moves? What's going on there?
Hey, he learned all his moves from me.
Are you
I
going?
see him all the time.
Are you going to go to Purdue next year and watch him play?
Oh yeah.
Are you going to play football at Purdue?
Oh yeah.
How about that? All right. You know, they already got some work on me on the face. That's okay. You know what, Eric, your face has nothing on. What's going on here?
It's coming. I think it's coming.
All right. Well, skylights tonight to an important SIAC game.
Definitely got the city games in the highlights tonight, and one of them went down to extra frames.
Team, besides the Denver Broncos, of course, they go and take on the Tecumseh Braves, and what a ball game tonight. The first stop from the skies, a tough battle in Linville, where the Patriots are visiting the Tecumseh Braves. Newscopter 25 barely had time to zoom in and focus before Heritage Hills got on the board. The third play from scrimmage, Tecumseh's Edward Caswell fumbles the ball, and the Patriots take over on the 24-yard line. 2 plays later, they give it to the touchdown maker, John Goldsberry. And after a 2-point conversion, Heritage Hills is up 8-0 very early in the first. Then a pattern starts to develop here. 3 plays into the Tecumseh's second drive, another huge hit, and the ball comes loose. But Heritage Hills gets a little crafty here. They give the ball to Bart Yoakum, number 46, not 44, and Bart takes it down to the 1-yard line. He'd get the call on the next play and get the touchdown from a yard out, and the Patriots go up 15-0, and they would roll tonight. Here's your score. In the Pocket Athletic Conference, we were in the jungle a few weeks ago, and let's look at the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
A little goal line cam there. John Goldsberry, number 44, on top of the pile. We always talk about him on offense. How about number 44 on defense? Coming out of nowhere. Oh, ouch. That was a big-time play then. Eric Kress, one of our MVP nominees 2 weeks ago, taking the punt return, and he is gone 60 yards.
All the way to the big house.
That is to the big house, no doubt about it. And you know, blue-haired guy. We saw a blue-haired guy not too long ago. He's fired up about it. And, of course, he's going to be on TV. Bart Yoakum takes the screen pass, 35 yards for the touchdown. Gibson Southern, 4-2 on the season. Going into this one, they'd won 3 in a row. But check out the final score. Heritage Hills is for...
Oh, my. Boot egg.
Yeah, the Patriots definitely... Well, I can't wait till the playoff time to see what they do in 3A. Meanwhile...
Do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. And in the jungle, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes things are normal. Sometimes some strange things happen. First, let's get to the normal. Jay Cutler pitches the ball to number 44, John Goldsberry. And you guessed it, he goes all the way into the big house for the game's first score. And Heritage Hills leads 6-0. Then things start to get a little strange. First, Heritage Hills has their next possession. They start out with a good run by Goldsberry. He tiptoes down the sideline for a nice gain. Then on the very next play, he seems to get up limping just a little bit, and then all of a sudden the lights in the jungle go out. The lights were out for quite some time after a transformer just down the street blew and knocked all the lights out. The fans scurried around a little bit, but Heritage Hills did pick up where they left off when the lights came on, and here's your score.
The chance to tie for the PAC title. The Rebel defense has done a great job all year long, and their big test comes tonight when all-world tailback John Goldsberry comes calling on the South Spencer turf.
It's a different ball game, you know, with John running, and he's a lot bigger load than some like Mock's a great runner, but he's just a lot lighter load than what John is, and they got great blockers and everything else.
I believe our defensive line's got to get good drive, stop Goldsberry, because he's an excellent running back. Knees, probably, because he's a big guy. So he take his knees out, slow him down a little bit.
Hopefully not give him those 50, 40-yard touchdown runs or touchdown passes and try to make them sustain some drives. And hopefully we sustain some drives and put some points on the board. Special teams would be huge.
And for all the action, well, let's get to, no problem, let's get to the action right here. A good game between Heritage Hills and South Spencer. What do you guys think? We good? Yeah. These guys have been sticking it out. They've been waiting for Home Team Friday. Let's find out the good highlights here. Let's go to the tape. PAC on the line between the Patriots of Heritage Hills and the Rebels of South Spencer. It looks like every single resident of Spencer County shows up for the Rebels and Patriots. There's no secret, John Goldsberry is a special athlete, and to prove it on 4th down and 9 as a punter, Goldsberry scoops up the bad snap and turns a disaster into a positive. The first quarter is all about defense. The Rebels continually stuff the Patriots' run. Meanwhile, the Patriots keep the pressure on South Spencer quarterback Brock Simon. The Pats finally get things going in the second quarter. Bart Yoakum takes the trap and goes 20 yards. After 2 critical penalties, Goldsberry punches it in from the 3. We've seen Goldsberry trying to punt and run. Now he goes for the pass, and he's got a touchdown, but Jeff McAllister can't haul it in. And believe it or not, at halftime, it's a low-scoring 7-0 ball game. Heritage Hills picks up the pace in the second half. Goldsberry leads the charge with his 18-yard run around the outside. It's 14-0 Patriots. The Rebels line gives Simon protection, and he finds Zach Goblet for a 17-yard touchdown, cutting the Heritage Hills lead in half. The Rebels look to tie the game. Tyson Martin showing great concentration, hauling in the tip pass. But the play of the game fittingly comes from the defense. The ball comes loose from Simon, and after a scramble, Josh Luberhusen jumps on it for Heritage Hills. Bart Yoakum goes off tackle left for the score, giving the Patriots some breathing room. More great defense. Jay Cutler comes up with the
freshman running at quarter.
Chris Fagan has a preview.
For two teams that have never met in the regular season, Heritage Hills and Memorial have built quite a rivalry over the years, thanks to the postseason. Tomorrow they'll renew that rivalry when they meet in the first round of the Class 3A sectional. In fact, tomorrow will be the 10th postseason meeting between the two teams in the last 15 years.
Everybody in the state of Indiana knows that sectional 24 is going to come out, either Memorial or Heritage Hills. It always has been.
We've had a lot of exciting games. Unfortunately, we've lost most of the real exciting ones.
The third-ranked Patriots enter the game unbeaten on the season at 9-0, while the Tigers finish their regular season just 2-7. But Memorial's hoping their tough schedule inside Evansville will provide an advantage tomorrow night.
Well, I feel we benefit a lot by playing like Harrison and Castle, finishing it off, because we get used to playing big-time schools all year round, and then we're just ready to go by the end of the season.
Yeah, a tough schedule, I think, certainly makes you a better football team. And I think you need to play a tough schedule to get to your full potential.
We feel like they're a pretty strong 3A team. They get down there and battle the 4 and 5A schools, and I know they don't look good, but they're still pretty good.
Last year, the Tigers upset fourth-ranked Heritage Hills in the sectional semifinals, but don't count on the Patriots to be looking for revenge this time around.
Well, I think there's an old saying, if you spend all your time trying to get even, you're never going to get ahead. You know, no, we don't look at that much. We have different kids, they have different kids. It's a new year.
With the Tigers and Patriots, I'm Chris Fagan, CBS 44 Sports.
And Chris will be live at the game tomorrow night with our Friday Night Lights coverage. Of course, it all begins here on...
Jay, here's your plaque, and congratulations, Jay.
Thanks. Thank everybody for voting for me. I appreciate it.
320 votes is how it ended up. You guys had a 50-point win at Memorial, kind of surprising. Maybe talk about your individual performance.
It was a big win. They were keen on John a lot. We were just faking John inside. It was coming. I was just faking around outside.
Who would you think to kind of get you to be the player you are right now?
Probably my dad helped me a lot. He's always been with me playing football and stuff. He got me started early.
Offense or defense, which one do you like better? You scored both ways last week.
I like defense sometimes. I just play man-to-man, but mostly I like offense.
What's your thoughts on Bossy this week? You played at City School for the second time in a row, and at least in my 7 years, I don't remember you guys even playing Bossy because they've moved down from 4A to 3A.
We haven't played them a lot, but they got a lot of team quickness. We hope they contain them. Hope their offense puts some points on the board.
You've seen a lot of Heritage Hills team. How good is this team, and how does it maybe stack up in teams in the past?
I think this could be one of the best teams we ever had. We had a couple when Jay was here, and those guys, and Jeff Kress, those guys are real good, but I think we're pretty good this year.
I know you don't want to talk about the future or anything, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind being Thanksgiving up at the Dome. Do you think this team could get that far?
I think we could. Probably have to meet Ryan Collins in my state, but if we get past them, we'll go to the Dome.
All right, thanks a lot, Jay. Congratulations, and certainly Ron Colley will probably be the team they will have to face in semi-state. Other action, the SIAC.
Heritage Hills. News 25's Mark Pellerito has more with this week's recipient, Jay Cutler.
With a punishing front line and workhorse John Goldsberry in the backfield, quarterback Jay Cutler is often overlooked. But with a pair of long scoring runs and an interception in a blowout win over Memorial, the Patriot Junior is this week's Home Team Friday MVP.
They were keen on John a lot, and we knew that we could do other things against them. We were just putting John in the middle. I was running outside. We were just faking John inside. Everybody was coming. I was just faking around outside.
Ran our offense last year for us, did a great job. Came in this year with a lot more confidence. He throws the ball just unbelievably.
Well, there are several factors that make Jay Cutler such a great football player. If he doesn't beat you with his arm, you got good coverage in the backfield, well, he'll just take it himself and use his feet.
He brings a lot to our table. I tell you, he's a He's the first kid I've ever had here that started as a sophomore. He runs the ball very well. He's got tremendous speed. He's got 5 punt returns for touchdowns this year.
He's a dangerous weapon we got, too. He can run the ball as well, and he's got a good passing arm. He has good leadership, and he helps us keep our poise out in the field and keep us going.
But the bottom line is victory. And so far, the Patriots have tasted nothing but in '99. The reason? Not Cutler, not Goldsberry, not one man. It's 11 players, all out, all the time.
I think this could be one of the best teams we've ever had. We had a couple when Jay was here, and those guys, and Jeff Kress, those guys were good, but I think we're pretty good this year.
We're 10-0, and that's the main stat as far as we're concerned. All our kids are really playing well right now, and they're really happy for the notoriety that John and Jay are getting, you know. But it's a team effort, that's for sure.
Heritage Hill's next test comes in the form of another Evansville City school. They'll face Boise Friday night in round 2 of sectional play. With our latest Home Team Friday MVP, Mark Pellerito, News 25.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Great job. The Heritage Hills Boise game is just one of 11 we'll feature on this week's Home Team Friday.
Hills, the Patriots are unbeaten at 10-0 and are arguably the best team in southwestern Indiana. Bulldogs head coach Ed Vogel hopes that his team is ready for the task.
Control the football a little bit and keep their offense off the field. If we plan to have any shot against them, we're going to have to control the football, and we're going to have to minimize mistakes, and we're going to have to make them work for any points that they get.
Well, they look predominantly to be a running team. The running game is good. They've got a great fullback. Their quarterback is very mobile, runs well. They've got an outstanding tailback. So, you know, we look for them to run the football.
And we look forward to